winds have been blowing the fire away from the community, but today they are expected to shift and push the flames back towards the town. High temperatures and a lack of any rain in the forecast are also likely to increase the fire threat. It is the last day of voting in the European Union's parliamentary elections. About 500 million citizens from the EU's 28 countries have been heading to the polls over the past week. The vote is seen as a key test between centrist parties that have been the dominant power for years and right-wing populist groups. Results will be released after polls close this evening. Well, thousands of people marched in Hong Kong to mark the 30th anniversary of the Tiananmen Square violence. Well, demonstrators took to the streets with yellow umbrellas with the message, "Support freedom, oppose evil laws." Some wheeled white crosses and the numbers 6 and 4, representing June 4th, 1989, when the military retook the square from protesting students. Well, hundreds of unarmed protesters and onlookers were killed. Commemorations of the historic event are strictly banned in mainland China, and people who discuss it are often punished and detained. It's 119 and 22 degrees. This is Toronto's breaking news. CP24 traffic and your weather forecast coming up next.
If this bar doesn't start making money, we have 6 months. The wine is a mess.
Mexicans, we don't usually do things that way.
I am Mexican.
I couldn't hear me.
You wanted to say something.
Remember a detour.
When you find the right person, you don't have to change anything about yourself.
I'll reshape this place. I'm all in.
I'm Max, professional dream coach, here to help make a find your dreams. Because Lotto Max now has draws on Tuesdays and Fridays, plus even bigger jackpots. Hey, I'm Max.
Hi.
So, what's your dream if you win Lotto Max?
A vacation.
Come on, maximize it.
A vacation home on a lake. My lake. Jane's lake.
I think my work here is done. The draws Tuesdays and Fridays, you can dream to the max.
Call 1-800-SANDWICH.
I have a mission for you.
Hey! Oh!
This is your chance to catch Tom.
I trust you. Never know where your loyalties truly lie. Give them.
Get into the season of The Enemy Within, tonight, only on CTV. Then stream anytime.
Closed captioning of this CP24 program is brought to you by Disney's Aladdin. Now playing.
22 degrees. It looks beautiful out there. I'm looking forward to actually soaking up some of the sun. I've been inside all day. What do people need to know throughout the rest of the day, Kayla?
Well, the fantastic news, Jamie, is that you don't have to worry about any active weather. Unlike yesterday, where we were dealing with heavy amounts of rainfall at times, today is the complete opposite. It's a great day to perhaps continue the celebrations after that huge historic win. And even if you just want to get out, it's perfect patio weather. It's not too hot, and you get a nice breeze at the moment out of the north-northeast, 20 kilometers an hour. 22 degrees is what we're sitting at. We're expecting to climb to a high of 24. 22 is just a tad bit above seasonal at the moment. We should be hanging out around 20 to 21 for today. And you can see we're still dealing with a decent but light amount of cloud coverage. It's not heavy, but we know that by later this evening, closer to the dinner hour, that's going to continue to clear out nicely. Temperature-wise, though, as I mentioned, we're sitting at 22. It's 21 in Peterborough, 20 in Kingston, 23 in Niagara Falls, 18 degrees in Barrie, 21 in London, 17 in Windsor. So overall, warming up fairly nicely across the board in Southern Ontario. And across the board, we're not worried about any active weather for your Sunday. Taking us into the start of your work week, as you can see with our futurecast, we're going to continue dry into the overnight, and it will be a dry start to your work week on Monday morning, into the afternoon, and even into the evening. It's not until late Monday night, so we're talking about closer to bedtime to see the system roll through, but but it is going to make for a soggy start to your Tuesday morning as temperatures drop to 17 degrees. We return to seasonal for Wednesday, but we're still going to be dealing with showers, fairly light in nature. We're expecting about 2 to 4 millimeters. 22 is the expected high. And then Thursday, that's a big day that many people have circled in their calendars. Why is that? Well, Game 1 of the NBA Finals here at Scotiabank Arena. We're expecting a mix of sun and clouds for Thursday. Perfect conditions for Jurassic Park. Friday, a mix of sun and clouds as well. Once again, 21 is your expected high. And we say hello to June on Saturday with mostly sunny skies and a high of 22. That's your 7-day forecast, Toronto. It's back inside to the newsroom.
Here's the 401 west of Kiel, looking pretty good. We're just seeing a little bit of rain on that stretch of the highway, still dealing with that stalled vehicle off towards the right shoulder in the eastbound express lanes. The Garden Expressway, in case you are heading to or Don Valley Parkway, still shut down for ongoing maintenance, as we've been talking about all day long. And we are seeing a few slowdowns on the Gardner, but no major problems. Toronto FC will be looking to get back into the win column tonight when they take on the San Jose Earthquakes. TFC is coming off a 3-0 loss to Real Salt Lake last Saturday. The Reds have been short back matches and haven't scored in more than 200 minutes of play. The team will be without Alejandro Pozuelo, who is a suspension after receiving a red card. Tonight's match gets underway at 7:30 at BMO Field. Canada will go for gold at the World Hockey Championship in Slovakia today.
Swing through center, threads that pass ahead for Stetcher. Stetcher in, centering pass, score!
The Canadians beat the Czech Republic in the semifinals yesterday to book their spot in the gold medal game. Mark Stone scored his tournament-leading 8th goal, and Matt Murray made 39 saves on the way to a 5-1 victory. Canada will face Finland in the final. The Finns handed the Canadians their only loss of the competition this year. You can watch all of the action on TSN starting at 2 this afternoon, 2025. 22 degrees, this is Toronto's breaking news at C24. A South Korean movie receives the top award at the Cannes Film Festival. Details coming up.
Good, homie. 99.9 Virgin Radio. Virgin Mornings with Adam Lyle, TJ and Jax. And the most music in Toronto. 99.9 Virgin Radio. Toronto's #1 hit music station.
Bring the outside inside with Magic Window Innovations revolutionary window wall. Built with brilliantly designed retractable screens, shades, and blinds, your options are literally endless. Transform your home today. Now, during our 40th anniversary, book a free quote by July 3rd and save $100 off each window. Plus, save half the HST. Call 1-866-514-6392 or visit us online at magicwindow.ca.
Glenn Howard here. I'm a proud beer store manager, one of 7,000 hardworking employees. There's been a lot of talk lately about putting beer in the corner stores. So let's talk about the beer store. We keep prices down with our efficient distribution system. We check IDs, keeping beer out of the hands of minors. We take back and recycle 87% of beer containers sold in Ontario. And we love what we do. Proud to say, when it comes to selling beer, the beer store doesn't get that.
What does life look like during your period? It's up to you with Tampax Pearl. You get ultimate protection on your heaviest days and smooth removal for your lightest. Tampax Pearl and Pocket Pearl for on the go.
Could you use $20, $30, or even $300,000 for equity loans beyond compare? Call 1-800-NEW-CAPITAL.
The Handmaid's Tale. True episode season premiere Sunday, June 9th.
History has been made at the Cannes Film Festival in France. For the first time ever, a South Korean movie received the festival's top honor. Director Bong Joon-ho won the Palme d'Or for Parasite, the dark comedy that tells the story of a poor family of hustlers who wind up working for a wealthy family. The film was the unanimous choice among the 9-person jury that hands out the award. It's more 22 degrees. This is Toronto's breaking news, CP24. The Raptors face the Golden State Warriors on Thursday for the start of the NBA Championship Series after winning the Eastern Conference last night. We'll have more on that coming up. Stay with us.
David Sklar and Associates. giving people hope for debt-free living since 1997.
We did not know how to get rid of a big headache. The team at David Sklar & Associates were highly professional. We've got our peace of mind.
Free yourself from the stress of debt. Call us now.
The Chesterfield Shop. As the Chesterfield Shop moves into our 7th decade of service, we celebrate the 75th anniversary of another Canadian best brand, Palliser. Hurry in for a limited time. Store-wide savings of 20% off. Sectional, sleepers, recliners, motion, and more. Now at 20% off your entire purchase.
The Chesterfield Shop, your leather superstar, and more.
The 75th Palliser Anniversary Sale. On now at all 5 Chesterfield Shop locations.
With features like Blue Link with remote start and Apple CarPlay, in the Elantra, the world revolves around you.
It's undeniable.
The Hyundai Elantra, connected to you.
Here's another cleaning tip from Mr. Clean. Cleaning tough bathroom and kitchen messes with sprays and wipes can be a struggle. There's an easier way. Try Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Just wet, squeeze, and erase tough messes like bathtub soap smell and caked on grease from oven doors. Now Mr. Clean Magic Eraser comes in disposable sheets. They're perfect for icky messes on stovetops, in microwaves, and all over the house. For an amazing clean, try Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. And now, new Mr. Clean Magic Eraser sheets.
David Sklar & Associates, giving people hope for debt-free living since 1997.
My debt was holding me back. I set up a meeting with one of the David Sklar Associates. I can honestly say that I'm on the right path.
Make the right move towards financial freedom. Call us now.
Soak it up, Toronto. The Raptors made team history last night as they won the Eastern Conference Championship. They're now heading to the NBA Finals. And fans celebrated in Scotiabank Arena, Jurassic Park, and onto the streets of Toronto. We'll have more reactions to big wins just ahead. A heads up for drivers today with the shutdown of the DVP from top to bottom for spring maintenance. We'll have details on that in a moment. A beautiful afternoon with sunny skies and highs in the mid-20s today. More sunshine tomorrow, but cooler temps. We'll check the full forecast in moments. Just after 1:30, 22 degrees from 299 Queen Street West. This is Toronto's breaking news. CP24 along Jamie Goodfriend. The Raptors are heading to the NBA Finals for the first time in franchise history. In Jurassic Park as the game came to an end. The Raptors made history. It was a moment more than 2 decades in the making, and fans continued to celebrate once more. Well, some fans got a little out of control at Young Dundas Square, jumping on the roof of a police cruiser. Police had sent out a tweet last night saying, with the large volume of people in the downtown core and in the spirit of We the North, please continue to be mindful, courteous, and safe as we support our home team. So far, there is no word from police on arrests or damage from the street celebration. And another group of fans climbed up onto the roof of a TTC bus outside Union Station. It's not clear if anyone was charged.
Thank you.
The Raptors players showed some love for the fans as they left Scotiabank Arena after the game. The crowds also bid farewell to the Milwaukee Bucks, waving goodbye to them as the team's buses pulled away. And fans got a thrill with their phone cameras trying to capture a picture as some of the Raptors players drove away. Police surrounded the vehicle to make sure it was able to get in safely with the smiling players inside. And a man who's been smiling all day long is CP24's Brandon Gonez, who's down at a much quieter Scotiabank. And I'm kind of wondering I'm not sure if there was any kind of seismic reading of near the Scotiabank Arena last night. Just curious, wondering if all those people jumping up and down measured on the Richter scale.
You know, Jamie, I actually spoke with one resident who lives in the Maple Leaf Square Towers. She said she couldn't go to bed last night because it was just so loud. But that's the thing about the Raptors. Their fan base is so diverse. They really reach every corner of the city for both young and older, from people from all different backgrounds. But it's not even just Toronto. This team is literally worldwide and nationwide as well. I want to bring in Joel because you just moved here from Alberta, but you've been following this team for years.
True. I've been following Kawhi ever since he used to be at Spurs, and then he moved to Toronto. Now I'm glad I moved to Toronto and hopefully get a win for Raptors.
Yeah. Now we're going to the finals. It kicks off on Thursday. This is really exciting.
Game one Raptors for sure. But for sure, they're going to close it out 4-2 for the Raptors. Yes, 4-2.
Any challenges you foresee? Because we know the depth of Golden State. They have a deep starting lineup and a very deep bench as well.
You know what? If they won to Sixers and they won to Milwaukee, they could nail this. As long as they have good team composure, they will win this title. Right. Hopefully.
Thank you so much.
Let's go, Raptors.
All right, I love that. Thank you so much for speaking with me. And what's so important to note as well is that Kevin Durant isn't likely to play in Game 1. Game 1, which is actually taking place right here at Scotiabank Arena. For people who may not know, the Raptors, they have home court advantage against the Golden State Warriors, all because of their great record throughout the regular season. So, everything kicks off, like I said, on Thursday. It is going to be a late start, 9 o'clock, and fans should be ready to expect late games because of the fact that, you know, Golden State, they come from the Western Conference, hence Pacific time, so the league has to balance out both the West and the East. Reporting live, I'm Brandon Gonez. Jamie, I'll send it back inside to you.
Thank you very much, Brandon. Well, as for the game.
Come on.
Kawhi Leonard helped power Toronto to a Game 6 victory over the Milwaukee Bucks. He poured in 27 points and 17 rebounds as the Raptors went on to win 100-94. Toronto takes the series 4-2.
You know, I worked so hard to get to this point with the season I had last year.